Okay. Huh.
Wait, so we go. Hey, Mom.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I get the worst hand cramps.
Ridiculous. Oh,
Choose
Shalom.
on that list.
Hi.
Are you recording now?
Yes.
Oh. Can I skip one?
My mom talks to me about news a lot.
If you could assign a percentage to how you found out.
Oh, okay.
About
By
it
the
wrong.
other paper.
Yeah.
Okay.
Together.
Oh. 40%. Yeah, we'll do 40, 60, 0.
Okay.
I see now.
Sorry.
It's all coming together.
Which one do you think you could talk the most about?
Probably Obamacare.
Obamacare? Okay.
Yeah.
Obamacare?
Obamacare? Okay.
Alright, probably Obamacare.
Obamacare? Okay.
Health aid, what's that? What's the word for that? Obama's attempt.
President Obama's attempt to make healthcare a lot more accessible
Healthcare more accessible.
for basically everybody.
And funded by the government to have universal health care, as they call it, the way Canada has it.
What's going on with that?
It's a very bipartisan issue, I guess.
I don't know how well it's been working, but I've heard that there's a lot of critiques about it.
That's it.
Occupy Wall Street movement.
Wow. If someone wasn't from this country, I would describe it.
Or alien.
I would describe it as a group of people standing up against bigger organizations and fighting back against them. People are getting upset because all the wealth in the country is with only 1%.
Big corporations basically running the country.
Because they're taking complete control of the economy.
A good attempt by the people to kind of get certain very rigid structures to break.
They're trying to get these people arrested, and they're trying to get them out, but it ain't gonna happen.
And if we don't do something about it to stop them, then they're gonna have more power than we can control.
The businesses run the government, so yeah. Ding!
Ooh, miscellaneous. What do we got? For miscellaneous, I'm gonna choose
Fuck it, I'll talk about Ebola. That sounds fun.
Ebola, obviously.
Okay, I'll talk about Ebola.
Probably Ebola.
Let's go with Ebola.
It's the end of the human race.
Pretty much a horrible, horrible flu that we haven't found a cure for.
They're flu-like symptoms.
From people going to Africa and getting it and coming back on planes to America.
It's spreading faster than we think.
Because of the inadequacy of in medical supplies to I don't know.
Some guy had it, and then another healthcare worker got it and died.
There was a guy in Dallas,
Then this third healthcare worker got it and got on a plane to Dallas.
and then another one flying from Cleveland to Dallas.
But she wasn't contagious then. I don't know.
I just know that it's something that's incredibly difficult to stop.
There's a lot of people out there that are potentially with Ebola.
It's just really funny that, well, I guess I shouldn't say funny.
I thought it was pretty funny because, first of all, because of that Morgan Freeman movie that kind of foreshadowed that. I went to Ghana this summer and there's been no cases in Ghana, but since I came back, everybody keeps making jokes, although it's not funny. A lot of people are freaking out, why is this here? Ebola shouldn't be here. Oh, did you catch Ebola? Ebola is kind of being seen as a third world problem that's being manifested in the first world.
As soon as it spread to the United States, it was just all over the place. People are freaking out. Media's just playing stories over and over and over again, catering to people's fear. There's not going to be a cure in time, and a lot of people are going to die.
It's just like a really bad virus that's super contagious and kills lots of people.
I can keep going. I can talk for days about Ebola.
International.
The second one?
For
international?
ISIS for sure.
Okay.
Ooh, ISIS. I know about ISIS.
Okay, so pretty much ISIS.
They kind of emerged in early June.
I'm pretty sure it was Hamas and now it is ISIS.
Technically just IS now.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because ISIS is the Iraqi state in Iraq and Syria, or the Islamic State in Iraq and Syria. But now since they're established, it's just the Islamic State.
And they're just trying to pretty much create their idea of a perfect Islamic state in the Middle East.
Under the guise of radical Islamic belief.
Like they're like doing a lot of bad stuff.
A lot of Americans are being brutally murdered and injured.
And they beheaded that American guy whose name I can't remember.
Yeah, they cut off American people's heads and stuff like that.
And they are really big nowadays.
Just not really cool.
Yeah. ISIS. The not so nicest. Ding!
Popos are going freaking crazy. I've seen much of it through social media, exposed to the brutality and the abuse of power that they're actually doing. It's just crazy. And so the guy obviously topples over and starts trying to get away from this fucking asshole cop, and he keeps screaming at him. He's like, "What'd you do that for?" And you can hear the guy "What the fuck did you shoot me for? I was doing what you asked." He's like, "Are you okay though? But are you okay? Don't move. It's cool. You're good." I'm what? He just shot him for no reason. I mean, we know it's unacceptable, but what are you doing about it?
With an increase in technology has come an exponential increase in terms of the speed at which information travels.
People just post articles from all sorts of different news sources.
Like Twitter, Facebook. The social media now gives us so much more of the news than actually turning on the TV and watching the news.
Newspapers tended to have more integrity than an online source.
Facebook actually has a feature called graph search, which depending on what articles you click on, it actually filters the information that you get and the future articles that will be posted on your feed.
The news has changed. The way in which the news is relayed has changed. With our generation for sure.
Right. I don't really like watching the news on TV because I think they spend too much time on one issue.
When we perceive issues, it gets blown up a lot more.
I think that the source of news is shifting completely away from print to online.
Our generation is really the online generation and information-based generation.
What do they call it? Click here journalism.
You could immediately Google something. It's kind of hard to have an opinion that just isn't in any way true.
That's not true. I promise you that's not true.
Which is very different from our parents.
Since everyone has access to writing articles these days, I guess you can spin off things in a really bad, in a really bad way.
It really enables you to put a bias on something from the get-go.
I don't think it's necessarily negative. I think it's inevitable.
That was such a ramble.
Thank you.
Sweet. That was fun.
Is that good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.